My name is Yip Yin, or Wu Yip Yin. I came from Canton, China. Most of my life returned to Hong Kong not long, and most of my life grew up until I was about nearly seven, and we come to New Zealand from there. Whole family, a lot of our cousins and friends and relations are coming through after the war. So we arrived here in that, so there we arrived in New Zealand, and that's where I grew up since.
I left Tonga back in 1973. I came here as a student.
I am Marta Levitt, and I am originally from Brazil. I arrived in New Zealand in the beginning of the 80s.
Then I found a company and sending people to anywhere you like to do some volunteer job. And I was going to go to America to learn English, but just something happens. Then the company got me to send to Ashburton, New Zealand, and there I'm here now.
It was quite a shock though that when I arrived. What I studied, geography, was different from what I observed when I arrived. I observed this country was huge for a small population, and we're more sheep than people.
Well, I didn't know anyone, and then my English wasn't very good. So normally if I said something, people wouldn't be able to pick it up, and so I'd have to keep repeating myself. And yeah, it was very daunting.
When I finish my study in my commerce graduate, then I go for the IELTS test. I got the band. Then the immigration, like when you passed everything, immigration having their interview by phone as well, and also on like face-to-face as well. So I passed and finally got a visa. Yeah.
Now, New Zealand is a land of opportunities, seriously. When you say a land flowing of milk and honey, there are lots of opportunities here. If all Africans came here, I think nobody would go, but it's so far from home.
It takes time in beginning. It takes time because this is not our home country, to understand the people, to understand the language.
For the first couple days or weeks or months, it's for anyone. If you are away from your home, you'll get homesick and you'll miss because it's daily, your routine has been changed all of a sudden. Whatever you were doing there, and then you have been put like in a jail.
And in regards to adaptability, I think that a lot of it just comes from, of course, you adapt because you have to.
Yeah, people are always going to judge you on where you're from until they get to know you. Like the history of Germany, which is of course quite, a topic to talk about, and sometimes people will judge you for it, sometimes they won't.
When I work in the online department, one lady, she don't like me because they don't like Indians. I'm also a human. Also, like, if you give me a job, it's on my ability. I'm hardworking. That's why you give me the job.
People make me feel that I don't fit because they look at me, but in a
Even in the hospital now, you find some patients that will hold back because they're African. Look at this black woman, And I try to make a joke out of it because I do know that people wonder that, where did this woman come from? Can she take care of me? And don't worry, I'll do my best. Ignore the skin, it's the heart that counts. My brain is intact, I know what I'm doing.
Two of my friends, they had a turban when they came to New Zealand. Actually, one of them faced too much trouble to find out the job, and then he shaved off his beard, he took off his turban to find out the job.
I don't think I have to turn down my culture. I don't want to, no. I like it.
Well, in Ashburton or like another parts in New Zealand, they haven't seen all type of people in this world, so they don't know. But if you go to Auckland, they people know very well who are the Sikh people, what is their background. Because in Auckland, Sikh people are over there from last 50 years.
I think Ashburton is a small and very cliquey town. Of course, people have been living here for generations, you know, and they have their social circles, they frequent the same places, and they know one another really well. And so I think for a person who comes from a different lifestyle and has a different worldview and lives differently, and also looks really different, it can be quite daunting to create a place for ourselves here. And so for me, it was quite difficult to create this place that I had always had, and also connect with people in the way that I always had. I felt really lonely here for a long, long time.
I think biggest thing is friends, yeah, and then family, of course. But when I was younger, always I was just doing something with friends all the time. It's hard here.
Did you feel lonely?
Sometimes.
Do you still feel lonely sometimes?
Sometimes.
Things have changed a little since I first knew about this project. I went today to the domain with a friend. She's from Uruguay. And we were speaking Spanish, and a little girl saw us, and she said, saw us and listened to us, and she recognized we were speaking Spanish, and she said to us, "Hola," that means hello, and we were like, "Hola, how are you?" and made all this conversation. So I was pretty excited, you know, we had something in common.
If we could wake up and smell roses, you know, wake up and look around and look at what we can do and what we can create to interact with one another.
Let's create a focus, a point where we can meet up and have fun together, you know.
Migrants are here, they should take this step up and giving to the locals to learn.
It's interesting to have more people coming to make a multicultural society, but I still feel that there is a level of resistance about it. But I think that also it's up for the person who is the immigrant to, you know, come out and offer.
Don't be shy to tell people about your culture and explain why you can't do certain things, because they will understand.
Be good to people, don't be selfish, and don't be arrogant. And just one more, and love each other, and especially your partner. Love your partner, yes.
I want to treat people just the way I would have liked they treat me.
Demographics in this town has changed so much. Now we have hundreds of Asians here. We have hundreds of, or maybe 1,000 other races join in, and it makes the community more interesting, more like I used to say, more like a fruit salad. Yes, if you only eat bananas, it tastes like bananas only. If you only eat apples or mangoes, it only tastes. But if you blend them all in together to a fruit salad, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.